Hey, today I'm bringing you the word out of Romans 3:27 through 31. And it says, "Where is boasting then? It is excluded by what law of works? Nay, excluded by what law of works? Nay, but the law of faith. Wherefore we conclude that a man is justified by faith without the deeds of the law." Verse 29. "Is he the God of the Jews only?" Which is a question. And it says, "Is he not also of the Gentiles?" Which is another question. And it says, "Yes, the Gentiles also." Which saying he's also the God of the Gentiles. These Gentiles means you're not a Jew, because the Jew is of God's people. That's who he was born as. He was born as a Jew. That's what his race was when he was here on earth. That was his earthly body race. And it says, "Seeing it is one God, which shall justify the circumcision by faith and the uncircumcision through faith. Verse 31, "Do we then make void the law through faith? God forbid we establish the law." So all this talk, I was talking about faith. It doesn't matter what you are. You can be white, you can be Native American, you could be Chinese, you could be any race. It doesn't matter what you are, because you're saved through faith in God's grace. If you have faith and live right and live with God and Jesus in your heart, and you have a desire to live right, if you live clean and holy, live righteous, and you do everything that Christians should do. I'm not saying it's like a checklist. We all mess up. We're saved by God's grace. You're saved by faith in God's grace. For Jesus, you gotta believe that he died on the cross for you. Have faith that he did. But you're saved by faith in God's grace, nothing else. Doesn't matter what you are. You're saved as long as you desire and want to live for God. Doesn't matter what you are. But let that be your word of the day. And don't forget, love God, love people. Bye.